Hello again and welcome to another broadcast of EA Sports in my living room. I am currently under the weather. That's why I haven't been here for a while. And I'm here to get this godforsaken season over with. We are 7-5 currently, 6-4 in the Big Ten. Disappointing season to say the least. We did not make the playoffs, so we have to go to the Detroit Bowl and play Memphis. Because when you suck, you go play games that suck. So, with that being said, hopefully we win this game so I can feel better and enjoy the contest. It's a matinee. It's about 6 o'clock over here, Buffalo, New York. Where exactly am I? It's none of your business. I can't tell you that. But enjoy the game. Thank you.
Welcome to Detroit, Michigan. Ford Field as we have a couple of teams colliding here in Motown, hoping to hit the right notes and walk away with a victory in the Quick Lane Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on a team from the MAC, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Memphis Tigers offense will start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right.
Oh, look out, there he goes! At the 20. Touchdown, Memphis! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Buffalo's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Pulls it in. It's Green. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
He's got the back in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good game. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job on this defense.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, it's so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come up.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First down to start the drive after the break. Handoff to the single running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's caught. It's McCann. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Bulls are threatening in the red zone. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quick shuffle pass. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point,
And that was a dot. And that was a dot.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense set on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to pass. It's Ramsey. Setting up the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now on first down after that completion. Single back formation, and they give it to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He's looking for a man on second down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. Lowers those pads. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Memphis. What a catch and run for 6.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense when the 3's coming soon.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch on the left. The expressway is wide open. Inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did they cover that ground in a flash. A 95-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He'll do it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
when you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game. More or less.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, Reese. 2 quarters down in the Quick Lane Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they
Lofts one high and deep. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. His offense set up with a second and short. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Back to pass, it's Ramsey. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, going up top. He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Dropping back, it's Ramsey. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Bringing it back, it's Singletary. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Leaves it with the back. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they knock him down, but he got past the line of the game.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the pass.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football, and he's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This offense has a second down play. They think there's room to run to the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, it's Ramsey. Had to get rid of it quickly.
And this is why it's so nice to have a guy under center you can trust. You understand the situation. Third and long, I want to go get this first down, but I'm in field goal range. I got a chance to go up by more than a field goal. Nice job throwing the football away when he didn't see the look he wanted.
It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Handoff to the lone back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Dumps it to the back. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Now the pitch. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Sixth play of the drive coming up. He wants to throw it. Fires left. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Ramsey. Buys a little time. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Memphis will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay
going for it all. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there, almost had it in his grasp.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody, like forcing an incompletion against that.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
They're bringing heat. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. And, you know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to...
Okay, so a disappointing end to the season. 20-14 loss to Memphis in the Detroit Bowl. Excuse me. I was really really terrible game offensively for me. 3 interceptions really cost us. Austin Hurt did go off 300 plus yards, but still, trips to Memphis side of the field, we got there 5 times and only produced 7 points. So yeah, you're not gonna win doing that. So this is the end of this series. I will have another series coming up where I'm gonna start a franchise from scratch. I don't know who yet. And yeah, so thank you for being with me so far. And we got another journey to go on. As far as this one, I'm gonna still play it, but then we're gonna start something new for the tube. For the tube. It's for y'all. So signing off again from my living room, Buffalo Bulls. See you in another Dynasty video.